KUAM TV 8, your home for Super Bowl 52.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take
You got her on Guam's favorite 94, Andy and Mariah in the AM. All right, Guam's favorite I-94, Jackie 2 o'clock. Woo! So, how extra boy.
Guam's favorite, I-94.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, the Guam Fire Department under fire, lawmakers grilling department leaders over recent promotions. Plus, it's about to get real, the administration taking a strict stance, launching a very graphic anti-drug media campaign. And a KUAM exclusive, our crews head to Doña to what's become the hottest asset on the Archdiocese of Agaña's list of properties for sale. We'll show you what we found out.
Half a day and good evening.
Accused of favoritism within the rank and file, the Guam Fire Department taking the hot seat before the Committee on Public Safety today. At issue, department promotions.
Less than a handful of firefighters also coming out to testify, claims that they were not given a fair shot and that training classes to move up the ranks were done in secret.
An unfortunate reality and a huge injustice.
I believe the number one complaint amongst firefighters is the feeling that the selection process of attendees for the pro board classes was manipulated, which caused a lot of problems in the promotion process and resulted in numerous appeals to DOA. DOA got flooded.
Fire Captain Thomas Tatautau expressing his frustration before lawmakers. He's had more than 3 decades with GFD and is upset over the recent promotion process.
Everybody is willing to say things about their discontent, their dissatisfaction. They're willing to say it there in a closed environment. But if you look around today, there's very few. And there's a reason for that. So it took a lot of courage for me to come here today and provide this testimony. There's a general consensus in the rank and file that if you testify today, you will be blacklisted for the upcoming promotions.
Island leaders constantly hearing the concerns and today grilling GFD leadership over the issue.
How would you respond to concerns that may have been raised from firefighters that classes that are required for these promotions were not made available to them?
As we keep stating, this is something that we've started as far as specific to the federal grant. We started in 2014. And I would tell you that multiple classes, as you can see on the class roster, for each particular certification have been given. Now, why they missed it, I would have to isolate them individually and find out what the real issue is. But to give a blanket statement that they did not have the opportunity, I would disagree with.
Acting Fire Chief Joey St. arguing they did nothing wrong and that he only went with the certified list provided by the Department of Administration.
I did cherry pick. I picked from the top. And so I did choose the most qualified personnel to fill these positions.
Despite the explanation from the department head, firefighters like Tatautau say the system has failed them.
This whole thing was unfair and demoralizing.
Another firefighter made a plea for lawmakers to further investigate, while another questioned how a fire captain could serve in a position for 20 years, but because he didn't take 1 week class, he couldn't be promoted. Meanwhile, Acting Chief St. telling lawmakers there will be another opportunity for those in his department wanting to go through the promotion process. Now to health news. you need to know, public health confirming an imported case of dengue fever has been found on Guam. While the mosquito-borne virus is primarily spread through a mosquito not from the island, officials say there is at least one mosquito that is able to spread the disease here. As a result, public health is encouraging the community to eliminate mosquito breeding sites. You can do so by removing containers that hold stagnant water. For more information, contact the Mosquito Control and Surveillance Program at 735-7221.
Grammy winner Yvonne Elliman Alexander and her husband Alan make their final court appearance for now, as reported drug charges turned their quick trip to Guam into an indefinite stay.
Yeah, Crystal, Paco, you were in court today where they entered a plea deal with the government and will be allowed to return home to Hawaii pending sentencing.
Adrenaline.
That's the only drug I needed.
The rush from a sold-out show, that is. Last month, Grammy Award winner Yvonne Elliman Alexander and husband Alan performed their third benefit concert for Mount Carmel School. Days prior, upon arrival to Guam, they were arrested at the airport for 3.5 grams of the drug ice and 3.3 grams of marijuana. Today, the musical duo entered a plea agreement with the government. They face up to 6 months jail time.
The charge of possession of a scheduled to controlled substance as a third-degree felony, an amphetamine-based substance commonly known as ice on Guam. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And how would you plead guilty, not guilty?
Though probation advised the court Alan Alexander had tested positive for meth on August 18, his attorney Mike Phillips assured the court his clients have been clean since. Today, the court granted their motion to return to Hawaii pending sentencing on the condition they are monitored and drug tested regularly. Back in Hawaii, the couple are the primary caregivers to Elliman Alexander's 97-year-old mother, who suffers from dementia. The court also considered the singer's health, having recently undergone lumbar surgery. She had admitted she's not an addict, only an occasional user.
Occasional, especially sometimes when you're under duress, and I had a back problem. I didn't know if I'd be able to stand up on stage, so it was really to give me courage, but as it turned out, I didn't need it.
Fortunately for the couple, they don't appear to be drug traffickers and will be sentenced accordingly next year. Prosecutor James Collins.
So they are going to be sentenced. They are going to suffer a penalty based on what they've done, but it's not the same severity as we had treated a situation where someone was actually bringing in a large amount to sell to people here on the island.
The war on ice is about to get real. The Mandanya Drug Task Force is launching a very graphic anti-drug media campaign. The ads are designed to reveal the dark side of the addiction and the unvarnished truth about the scourge of drug abuse on Guam. Nestor Lecanto reports.
And many of our people and our families know the reality is not pretty. There are people who are losing their lives, they're losing their livelihoods, they're losing their family members.
Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio unveiled the shock ads, which he says are based on real-life situations. There's one with a photo of a filthy public restroom with the words in bold, "I never thought I'd lose my virginity in a place like this." Tenorio admits some might find the campaign offensive. He does too, but it's time to shake things up.
We have to look at different approaches to telling the reality of people's lives and how it hurts them.
Mandanya is making inroads, but it's just the latest crackdown in a protracted war that's gone on even before Tenorio's days as a police officer.
We've had this drug problem for a long time, and I wouldn't say an epidemic or any other word would better describe it, but it's a reality that we're trying to raise attention to on a way that nobody else has done before.
But the authorities also want to make clear that treatment for drug addicts is also part of the deal. And Valerie Regis runs the Lighthouse Recovery Center.
Enough's enough. We want our community back. We want our traditions back. We want to be the beautiful island that we are with respect and all of that. Because when drugs get in the picture, it takes everything away.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
The Guam Police Department is taking over all 26 of the open internal affairs contraband cases from the Department of Corrections. DOC saying this is standard procedure for cases that require independent review and investigation and to ensure they are handled appropriately. Last week, 6 corrections officers, including DOC Internal Affairs Chief Lieutenant Jeff Lima, was arrested on various charges involving illegal contraband. Police Chief J.I. Cruz.
A lot of it is a matter of accountability to make sure that we truly hold our law enforcement officers accountable for their actions, and then to show transparency in government.
2 inmates and 2 civilians were also arrested in the case. Chief Cruz says the investigation is ongoing, and he could not discuss any specifics further about the case or whether any further arrests will be made. Now to an exclusive report. Who's been living at the Redemptorist Martyrs Seminary? That's what concerned Catholics of Guam want to find out. Despite efforts to get the facts from RMS leadership, the CCOG has received zero response.
Today they launched Occupy RMS, an effort to conduct a headcount of who's coming and going from the Jotnya property. Our cameras were posted today. Here's what we saw. It's the hottest asset on the Archdiocese of Agana's list of properties for sale to pay down nearly 100 clergy sex abuse lawsuits. We're talking about the former Jotnya Hotel turned Redemptorist Martyrs Seminary, owned by the church but currently occupied. By who? That's the question, and why the concerned Catholics of Guam have launched Project Occupy RMS. CCOG's John Concepcion.
We're just here just taking a survey of cars entering and leaving, and just trying to find out who's actually staying in the facility here.
In a letter addressed to RMS acting rector last month, the CCOG asked for the names of the tenants. CCOG's Greg Perez argues these individuals should pay up.
This is church property, and that's one of the big questions is who's here and why are they here, and for those that are here, why aren't they paying rent like everyone else?
CCOG's Jerry Titano is also concerned about potential liabilities.
Asked him, who are staying here and what operation is being performed here, because we're concerned that there may be some liabilities that are inadvertently being presented to the Archdiocese. And so if they're running a hotel because there's people, then there should be licenses.
Also upsetting are recent fees posed on all Catholic school students to keep church operations afloat.
Right now, the Archdiocese is proposing that tuition rates for all the school children in the Catholic schools be raised. And we're wondering why. Why raise those? Why don't you take a look at opportunity costs?
KUAM cameras tried to get answers today. The doors were locked, and despite cars in the area, it was a ghost town. We did encounter this man who wasn't too keen on our visit.
Can you say your name for us?
No.
Do you live here?
Look at, you're news people, and if you have a reason to be here, you would know who you want to talk with, right? And you would know people's names. And so you want to take everything and to do what? To embarrass me and to embarrass everyone? And you're not polite, huh? Well, you don't come in politely, make a reservation as everybody does.
KUAM has made efforts to speak with RMS leadership, but our phone calls were not returned. Occupy RMS will run for the next 10 days. Hopefully it holds not just those living in the RMS accountable, but also the church.
Unfortunately, it takes the laity to do that, because the church will never heal itself, will never create a conflict for themselves. What they'll do is they'll protect. Clergy protects clergy, if there's anything we've learned from the Aparon experience. And so we, the laity, have to take it upon ourselves to correct things. So that's why we're here.
3 more clergy sex abuse lawsuits filed in the District Court of Guam. 55-year-old RJS alleges he was not only sexually molested and abused by Father Antonio Cruz, but also physically abused by the priest who would slap him, twist his ear, and hit him with a closed fist in order to pressure him to perform sexual acts. 55-year-old GMQ and 49-year-old REJ alleged they were sexually molested by Father Luis Brouillard on swimming trips. Father Antonio Cruz passed away in the mid-1980s. Father Brouillard, meanwhile, continues to be on the church payroll. He lives in Minnesota.
Prayer of Peace. Governor Eddie Calvo and First Lady Christine Calvo invite the community up to Government House in Agana Heights this weekend for the event. It is held in honor of the historic visitation of the International Pilgrim Virgin statue of Our Lady of Fatima to Guam. The Prayer of Peace will be held at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday. Following the visitation of Our Lady of Fatima, there will be scheduled peace masses held in the respective villages. Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming of KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
This is Tabby. Tabby's service provider is IT&E. This allows her to walk on campus without having to rely on Wi-Fi.
Hey, Abby. Hey, I switched to the IT&E student plan just like you. I love how affordable their plan is. I'm so glad I switched to IT&E. What?
Get up to 5 gigs a month for just $30 and the first 3 months free at IT&E.
It's Hyundai's Kick Off the Savings event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Score big, save big with the all-new redesigned Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. Gain those extra yards with up to 45 miles per gallon highway and an introductory savings of $4,500. Or check out Guam's best offensive line, like a new Accent starting at $11,995 or the new Elantra starting at $16,995. How about the new Tucson starting at $19,995? Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty. It's Hyundai's Kick Off the Savings event at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
At Shell, it's about offering more than just fuel. It's about providing service to people. From hot coffees to warm welcomes, from clean bathrooms to fresh food, we're on a mission to make you leave happier than when you arrived. So whatever your journey, we're here. Welcome to service. Welcome to Shell. Serving the islands for over 30 years. Share your story at Shell Foodies Guam on Instagram and Facebook. Hashtag Station Stories, hashtag Shell Guam.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back. The test is real. Guam Homeland Security stepping back on a notice issued early today that an automated call going around was bogus. Homeland officials confirming that Joint Region Marianas did conduct a test of their internal mass notification system. The automated message coming from a toll-free 866 number stating exercise, 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 inbound ballistic missile. JRM admits the message was only supposed to go out to a limited few, but that an external mass notification function was inadvertently triggered. Again, if you received that call, it was only an exercise. And one school is going above and beyond to ensure students and faculty are prepared for any emergency situation like that of the threat coming out of North Korea.
And as Issa Boz reports, they are looking for community support to ensure every classroom has an emergency kit in place.
When disaster strikes, failing to plan is planning to fail. And for faculty at Antolon Middle School, disaster preparedness is in full effect. School Safety Committee member and 6th grade teacher Eric Garrido says a campus-wide supply drive is now ongoing to ensure every classroom has emergency supplies in place.
So with the drive itself, we have materials that are being requested. So teachers, parents, and community are donating cases of water, food to be used in case we do a reverse evacuation during lunchtime and the kids haven't eaten yet. We are also looking for 5-gallon buckets or to be used as emergency potties should the need arise to alleviate themselves.
The drive is also seeking hygiene products including toilet tissue, baby wipes, hand sanitizer, and first aid kits. It comes just at the onset of National Preparedness Month this September, which promotes preparing for natural and man-made disasters.
Has nothing to do with the North Korea incident. It's just something that we are now part of our emergency response plan. There are some teams that are close to being complete. There are others that will need more assistance. So yes, more donations, more supplies are greatly appreciated.
Meanwhile, 8th grade student Jenna Almaguera adds students all received information about the drive and are doing their part to get involved.
And we've also been doing emergency drills such as evacuation drills, lockdown, shelter in place, and so forth. I feel more safe knowing that we are all prepared for the worst.
To learn more about the drive, you can contact the UMS main office at 300-2726. And to learn more about events happening as part of National Preparedness Month, including poster, video, and Instagram contests, you can call 475-9600. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
274 GovGuam workers have been nominated for this year's Magnificent Professionals, or MagPro Award. The government-wide employee recognition program showcases outstanding employees and programs in the government. This is the highest and most competitive employee awards given by the governor that includes more than 40 departments and agencies and 55 occupational groups. The MagPro Award nominees are being compiled for, which is scheduled to start later this month. MagPro individual and group winners will be recognized at the MagPro Awards banquet on November 9th.
Yeah, judging underway for that. Well, it's a big annual tradition for the government of Guam as they celebrate their annual Labor Day picnic this Sunday. Governor's spokesperson saying it took months of planning, and she's sure it will be a great time for all who come.
The family comes out, the agencies come out, and it's just a good way for all the agencies to get together, because oftentimes we talk to each other on the phone, and because we all work together, but we never get to see each other outside of, that sort of space. And so it's nice to be able to get out and really just kind of promote camaraderie, improve morale, amongst the troops, so to speak.
And it all goes down this Sunday at Ipoh Beach Park from 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon.
Sports is next, but first, your Labor Day weekend weather.
From the network that brought you up to 3 times more data comes the dawn of a new data. The epic story of Guam's only network brave enough to give 10 free gigs of bonus data on every line every month to customers who bundle their services. Reviewers are calling the offer totes awesome. Best deal ever. And yes.
Visit GTA.net for details.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, high school cross country from FD. I have some women's soccer info to pass along to you as well. But first off, you know how we do it every Friday. Your Dar Rentone Athlete of the Week. Check it out. We're here at Dar Rentone, Mingila, for our Dar Rentone Athlete of the Week. And today we have local surfer Irie Fitzgerald.
Congratulations, Irie, on winning Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to donate this check to?
I would like to donate this check to Guahan Napu.
Let's talk about some of the places that surfing is taking you throughout your young surfing career.
I've been to Australia, California, Japan, and Hawaii.
And let's talk about some of your accomplishments here locally and both off-island.
I won first place boat basin competition monster, and I also got third in Japan for the Billabong competition.
What drew you into the sport of surfing?
I love the ocean since I was a little kid, so I've always wanted to learn how to be in the ocean more. And I saw a couple of people surfing, and I just thought I want to try. And then I tried it, and I ended up doing it for a career.
And what are some of the tips you can give to up-and-coming surfers that want to get involved with the sport but need to know certain things about being out there on the water?
I would just tell them to respect the people and also respect the ocean, and also take care of the ocean because give more than what you receive, and also just be careful and try not to go crazy the first time. Just you can go slow and mellow, and then you'll still be fine.
What goes on through your mind out there sitting on your board waiting to catch that wave?
I usually think of what I need to get better at, and I would say it in my mind before I catch the wave, and usually I'll do it, and if I do it wrong, then I'll just go on the next wave and try to do it better.
You just recently picked up Fuckeye as a sponsor, helping you along with your surfing. What's next for you as far as competitions?
I'll be heading to Japan to compete in the Wisla ISA World Junior Surfing Championship. I'm looking for sponsors to help me along the way, and also for people to help me or help me by donating money at GoFundMe. If you go to GoFundMe and type in Irie Fitzgerald, you can find my name.
All right, so make sure to get out there, log on, support, donate, and help her along her way to compete in Japan. That's going to do it for here. Stay tuned to our next Rentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by
IIAAG High School cross country from FD. St. John's taking on FD and Academy. Knights runner and basketball standout Takumi Simon crossed the line first overall with a time of 15:38. Teammate Takumi Odell finished second at 16:30. FD Stephen Young and Alexander Paris crossed the line third and fourth. Achieve your goals.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Put $500 in your backpack during Nissan's Back to School Relief event. Purchase a new Nissan with payments starting as low as $76 per pay period and get $500 cash back. School supplies, uniforms, lunches, load it all up in a new Nissan, including the kids. With payments starting as low as $76 per pay period and with $500 cash back, you get an A+. For more back to school deals, go to NissanGuam.com or see your favorite sales associate at Nissan Upper Tumon.
Introducing McDonald's new signature